Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and we've got another art journaling video today in my 8x8 Dilutions Creative Journal. This journal's slowly getting filled up. I have really loved the size. This is the second of this. Yeah, this is the second of this size that I've worked in. I had to stop and take a moment there to remember. Have I shown you the flip through of the first one? I don't know if I have. I finished two journals around the same time, and I think might have been just before we moved house last year, and I'm not sure if I ever recorded flip throughs. So if you'd like to see that, if I haven't uploaded, let me know. I'm using some of these beautiful serviettes or napkins, whatever you may call them, from IKEA of all places. I found them when I went there last time. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I found them when I went there last time, and they were just gorgeous. So this page has been gessoed already. I've applied, I think, 2 coats of Liquitex white gesso off camera. And now I'm using some matte gel medium to stick down my serviettes. I've also peeled off the backing layer of the serviette. It's just the white bit, which I have seen people save and use to do stamping on, and you can create your own patterns. And I really want to try that one day, but I always forget and throw it out, but I need to save it one day. I'm using a really thick paintbrush, and even though I'm as gentle as can be, I do often tear the corners of the napkin by accident. So if you can be a little more gentle than I am, I kind of like that distressed look on the edge of the napkin so that it blends into the background a little bit. But if you don't, or if you have an image that you don't want to wreck, make sure that you are very gentle with your gel applying. So now I wanted to do, I really love polka dots. I freaking love polka dots. And I wanted to do a pattern with this floral that was contrasty enough, but didn't overpower it in any way. I didn't want to do another floral because these flowers were quite a unique pattern compared to some of my other papers and mixed media products. And so I didn't have anything that would match it. So the old black and white polka dot is a good one to fall back on. And I'm just filling up. I'm using all of those awkward little shapes of tissue paper that I had left over. So this polka dot is a tissue paper that I got just with some packaging of some scrappy goodies that I ordered. And then I think an inklet also sent me some with a present wrapped up in it, which was very sweet of them. And I'm just sticking those bits down. I'm keeping that top right hand corner intentionally blank so that I can fill it with a massive quote of some sort. And I kind of just got a little polka dot happy, and I had this bit up here that the tissue paper underneath had stuck down a little wrinkly, and it was bothering me, so I stuck that bit over the top just to smooth it over. And then she's all done. Now it's time to dry it, and I've been using this heat gun for a lot of years, probably 10 years. I bought this heat gun before I even started scrapbooking or really knew what scrapbooking was, so she's still going strong. So what I'm doing now is I haven't done any other coating over the top of these except for the matte gel medium. And I'm using, my problem was I hadn't changed my paint water, and that is a very, very naughty thing when you're using watercolor. And so my pink didn't come out as vibrant as I was hoping it would. I'm using some Winsor & Newton watercolors, which if you're starting off with watercolor, I wouldn't recommend them because they are quite pricey. They do have beautiful colors. And if you want to experiment, they do have smaller palettes that just have, I think, 12 colours in them. But I really love the pink. It's a softer pink than the pink that's in my other watercolour set, which are the Jane Davenport ones, which is a really hot pink. This is a bit more muted, which I thought went with the flowers. So I've done some pink splotchy watercolouring, and now I'm going in with some blue. And the reason why I picked blue is some of these flowers have the tiniest little hint of, it's almost like a cornflower blue. And I just wanted to bring in another color because it was starting, I had you know when you stare at something for too long and then you get a thought about it and you can't not see that thing. I kept looking at the flowers and thinking they were red and green and it was too Christmassy and it was driving me a little nuts. So I thought the blue was a good way to interrupt any Christmassy red and green thoughts that my brain was having. So now I'm going in with my beloved Posca paint pens, a little bit pricey but very, very nicey. And I need to write down before I go in there. It's like the Tombow dual brush markers that I was talking about recently. I need to write down exactly what color I need and what thickness, because I do like to have a bit of a mix in the thin and the thicker ones because I use them for different purposes and different types of mark making, and the thicker ones are really handy for scrapbooking if I want to color over the top of wood veneer, and the thinner ones it's a little bit more labor intensive to get all of the bits colored in. So I think that's my last, that blue, which is one of my favorite colors, is on its last legs. Now I'm going in with a medium that I don't usually use, and that's coloured pencils. I have a gorgeous set of Prismacolors that I've had for years, and I don't use them. I really need to. I love her so much, Furry Little Peach. If you need some arty inspiration, if you're into illustration and drawing and Aussie peeps, she's an incredible illustrator, and she does these studio vlogs that I am just in awe of. And so I absolutely love her. She's on YouTube and Insta, and she does incredible work with her Prismacolors. So you can see I'm watching a bit of YouTube there, watching some Chloe. If you're watching Chloe, I love your videos. And I'm just writing down a quote. This was a random pen that I picked up. I have a feeling it was a Pentel one, and I'm on the fence about it. I think I need to use it a little bit more. I've used it a few times, but I may have pressed a little too roughly, and it now only writes nicely from one side, so I have to flip it around to make sure the pen nib is pointing in the right direction. And so I won't recommend it yet. I need to play with it a little bit more. It does write nicely, but yeah, the jury's still out on whether it's definitely doesn't compare to my beloved Pilot G207 or my Uniball Signo Broad gel pens. It's not up there with those. So I'm writing down my quote, and this page just came together really easily, and it was one that I remember when I made this page, I was feeling a little frazzled, a little down, and just had a lot of life things going on with like medical worries in the family, and I just wanted to make something just to let my mind wander and basically slap some paint and tissue paper together. And sometimes I think it's okay to make these, it's perfectly okay to make these journal pages that don't have a specific focal image, or you haven't done an elaborate illustration on, or they're just fun. That's the great thing about art journaling, is you can just have fun, mix together supplies that take your fancy and that you love, and create something that you're happy flicking through and you're happy to look at, because in the end, the person that you're making your art journal for is you. So I hope this video has given you a little bit of inspiration to dig out if you've got some serviettes or tissue paper in your stash, or maybe to try a different medium that you don't usually go for, like pencils. And it's given you some inspo to pull open your art journal today and just have a play for play's sake. Please give this video a thumbs up. It does help my channel be discovered by new inklets, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!